Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about Jeff and his girlfriend, who is now his wife, Mary, and the situation that he's in now, where he is running away from the family. Well, what happened to Jeff? Jeff came to the Philippines in 2017. He met Mary online, and his reason for coming to the Philippines was to meet her in person. He came here, he fell in love with her, went back to the States. They kept communicating back and forth. Mary is from right outside of Cebu City, and they had a simple house there, and he wanted to build an addition to the house. His thought was, hey, if we build a master bedroom and a bathroom onto the house that your parents have, when I come there, I don't have to rent. I don't have to go get an apartment. I don't have to rent anything. I can stay with the family, and we can use that as a home base to travel around the Philippines and enjoy his vacations at the time, because he was still working in the U.S. He had a good job. He had a house in the U.S. that was like 50% paid for. So he had 50% equity in his house and a good job. So between 2017 and when he came back in 2018, they built on the addition. And when they built on the addition, he was sending the money to the family to build the addition to the house. He was also sending Mary and the family $500 every month for support. He wanted Mary to be happy. He wanted Mary to have the comforts that he thought she deserved, and the woman that he decided to marry did deserve. So when he came here in 2018, they went and they got married. They stayed in the new bedroom, the new addition to the house. Life was good. They traveled a little bit, and he would go back to the U.S. to continue working and visit every year for a couple months. And he was always sending the $500 every month as support to the family and to Mary. Well, COVID hit, and whatever happened, he ended up coming back in 2022. And that's where I ran into Jeff. I ran into Jeff at a McDonald's in Alona Beach. Just a casual encounter. They were sitting there. I come walking in. I wasn't doing YouTube at the time. We just started talking, and we became friends. And he was telling me about the house, how he added on to the house, and how it was a great investment for him. Every time he came here, he didn't have to pay for rent. He didn't have to worry about hotel reservations. They had a home base to make it easy for him to travel to the Philippines. But he's back now in 2022 with an eye on retiring in 2023. So when I talked to him then, life was good. He was having a great time, and he was happy with the life that he saw coming to him upon his retirement years. He was happy with Mary. She was beautiful. She was caring. He thought he had a great family, great in-laws, and he was just happy. He was happy on planning his retirement. Well, we stayed in touch. And now in 2023, he made the big move. He sold his house, quit his job, signed up for Social Security, and boom, he's here in the Philippines. Well, things have gotten a little bit different now. It's 2023. He's on a stricter budget. He has told the family that he's no longer giving money as a monthly allowance. And he also told Mary that they have a budget that they have to live on. And his budget is not that high. He's still a young man, 62 years of age, great shape. He's planning on living 20 plus years, so he doesn't want to waste his money. He doesn't want to go through all his savings and the money that he got for the sale of the house. He was telling me the story of how one of the brothers came to him and asked him to invest in a business with him. And it wasn't a lot of money, but it was a lot of money. He invested 1 million pesos with the brother. And this was in 2022. When he came back to retire full-time in 2023, the brother repaid him with interest. And he was ecstatic. He, in an email to me, he told me how happy he was, how pleased he was, because he was worried that the brother was just going to take the money and come up with a ton of excuses as to why not to pay him back. How he lost money, how everything was going wrong. But no, the brother came up, had the money for him the day after he arrived. And he was shocked. He was so happy. Fast forward now, he's here full time. and he's living with the family. He has just told the family he's no longer going to contribute a monthly income or stipend to the family. And nobody was really happy with that. There was really no conversation. It was more like him making an announcement to the family. But the brother came up to him and said, "Hey, I have a great idea. I want to start a hollow block business." And that's a good business here in the Philippines. There's a lot of construction going on, a lot of things happening where you can make some money in the construction business. So he decided to go ahead and invest with the brother. The brother has already proven himself as a good risk. Jeff got repaid with a little bit of interest, and that's a big plus here in the Philippines. So he went ahead and invested more than 2 million pesos. He wouldn't tell me the exact amount, but more than 2 million pesos. So Jeff is living here. The brother has the money. He started the business. Jeff said he went and checked on it a couple times. Yeah, he's got a couple trucks. He's got a machine to make the hollow blocks. Business was looking very good. A lot of people were coming to pick up the hollow blocks. He had plenty of orders, plenty of deliveries. And Jeff told me after 1 year, he went to the brother and said, "Hey, when are you going to start to repay me?" Because now you remember, Jeff's on his fixed income now. He's got to be thrifty with his money. He doesn't have a big time job to go run to. And the brother said, "There's no money yet to pay you." And Jeff was starting to worry a little bit. He said, "That's not like him." He was cold on his reception when he showed up at the place of business, and shocked him that he was there. Well, he let a month go by. He went back after a month. Business looked great. And he went to the brother and said, "Hey, you need to start repaying me. Make some monthly payment to me. You need to start to repay me. I need some money." And the brother just told him, "I don't have money," and to stop coming around asking for it. And he was very adamant in the point he didn't want Jeff coming around the business anymore. Jeff told me he was worried that some of his employees were going to escort him off the property, and in not a friendly manner. So Jeff left, and he told his wife, "Hey, what's going on here?" And Mary told him, "He may not pay you back. He may not pay you back. He doesn't want to pay you right now." So Jeff's looking at this like he's fearful of the brother now, because the brother owes him so much money. Is it better that Jeff doesn't exist and the brother doesn't owe anybody any money? And also the family's mad at Jeff now because he quit contributing money, and he's been having to say no more often as they're asking for things. And Jeff is still living with the wife up at the family house. Remember, this is a bedroom and a bathroom extension to the house that he built for him and Mary to live. Well, he's starting to feel uncomfortable. And he told Mary one day, "We're leaving." And Jeff emailed me and said, "Mike, I'm coming to Dumaguete. I'm bringing Mary, and we're going to start a new life in Dumaguete. I'm scared to live here." And I go, "Why are you scared to live here?" He goes, "The brother owes me money, a lot of money. And the family is mad at me all the time because I'm not helping out with the bills. I'm not paying an allowance to them. I'm not buying all the food. I'm not paying for everything. I would pay my fair share, but I don't want to pay everything. And it seems like everybody's mad at me all the time now. Nobody's talking to me. No one's saying good morning when I get up. Mary and I have to go into the city of Cebu and even get a hotel and stay there sometimes because it's so unfriendly at the home front there." And Jeff said, "I'm just going to move to Dumaguete. I see a bunch of you guys have a good life down there, and I'm sure I can enjoy myself there, but I need to get away from the family." I go, "Jeff, you're going to run away from the family? You're going to take Mary and run away from her family over $500 a month?" He goes, "It's more than that now. They want more from me all the time. Everything that comes in, any bill that shows up, if it's an electric bill, water bill, the tax on the property they ask me to pay, they just assume that I'm buying everything." We went down to the market shopping, and I'm pushing this cart through the grocery store. And the family was just grabbing stuff off the shelf and throwing it into the basket for me to pay. I'm talking about candy bars and nuts and peanuts and snacks and just different things that normally they wouldn't be shopping in the city for. You know, these are things they would buy one at a time at the SRRV store, not come into the city with me and go grocery shopping looking for me to buy a whole bunch of stuff for them. It was like everybody had their own shopping list of personal items they needed. There was clothes, you know, they wanted to go over to the Metro department store and shop for clothes. They wanted to buy shoes. And these aren't the shoes like you buy in the Barangi, where they have tennis shoes at a discount, you know, along the side of the road or in the Okai store. These were high-priced items in the department store. Everybody wanted a new pair of sneakers, and they wanted a new pair of pants and a nice shirt. Everybody wanted something. And it was just outrageous. And I said, no, I'm not buying all these shoes when they brought all the tennis shoes over. I said, no, get the shoes out of here. You could see in their eyes that they were mad. And I felt fearful of what might happen. Was it an argument going to happen? Was Mary going to get really upset with me? He was just in total fear. And the brother that he loaned the money to, he is in fear of that guy because he loaned so much money. He has heard stories of people disappearing because somebody owes them a lot of money. It's easier to get rid of the person you owe money to than pay the debt sometimes. So Jeff is in fear of everything with the family. And what is the lesson here, guys? And leave me a comment below if you agree or disagree with me. He started off too big. He led with his wallet. He gave them too much allowance. Adding on to the house, paying all the bills to add on to the house, that is something he should have waited for until he moved here to make sure he wanted to live there. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't put the cart in front of the horse. Yeah, maybe it's a great idea to build a house on the family property, but you need to wait till you move here. You got to wait till you're here for a long time and you're having good relations with the family. You're comfortable with the family. You get something in writing from the family that you're allowed to live here. You can build this house, some sort of agreement. Remember, in all this time, the most time he spent with Mary is just a couple months at a time. And then he would go back to the States to work, come back for a few months. I don't think he had a total of 1 year together time with Mary. And he was already loaning millions of pesos to a brother. Already committed to giving 20,000 pesos or 25,000 pesos a month to the family. And now he's here in person and he's sort of committed to paying all the bills because when he first landed, that's what he did. He would pay the electric bill, the water bill. It wasn't until after a few months and he saw how often the hands were open that people needed help. Cousins coming out of the wall. He was the rich man. He was the walking ATM. He had the money. He is rich. And why does the family think he's rich? He lent a brother. He gave the brother a couple million pesos or more. I don't know how much he gave him. He's giving 25,000 pesos a month to the family. He built an addition to their house. All these things cost money. And he did it easily. He did it because he could afford it. But the family took that as being, my God, this man is rich. He's going to take care of everything. And now Jeff is here and he doesn't want to take care of everything. He is not rich. He has money. He has money in the bank. 1 or 2 big emergencies and that money's gone. He needs a bypass, you know, a heart problem, cancer, any kind of major accident. Maybe he wants to travel. And because he's given so much money to the family, he doesn't have this. He doesn't have this luxury. And now he's afraid to travel and leave things at the house. He's afraid they're going to go through his stuff, steal his jewelry, his watch, sell his things. He's just in fear. So in his email, he says, I'm running away from the family. I'm taking Mary and we're leaving. I'm not going to tell anybody where we're going. And I'm coming to Dumaguete. And I'll be there January. He still wants to spend the Christmas holidays with his family. My reply was, run, Forrest, run. Run now. Maybe it's too late. Maybe that anchor is so heavy that no matter how hard you run, you can't run away. But guys, don't overcommit to the family. Don't loan large amounts of money. I'm talking about $2 million is $40,000 and he lent more than that. That's a lot of money. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. You need to take care of yourself. I say this over and over and over again, Jeff. And this is to you, Jeff, because I know you're going to be watching this video. Take care of yourself first. Now, building an addition to the house or fixing the shower so you can have a good shower and you can stay there instead of paying rent, that's okay. You're gonna pay that $20,000 a month somewhere. You might as well, make an improvement to the house, and she's going to live there while you're back in the States. But once you move here, I don't know about living with the family and how they rely on you. I think it's better if you live far from the family. And I'm not talking 2 or 3 islands, but I'm also not talking in the same yard where they have to travel to you if they need something. And once they start getting no's, you don't have to sit at the dinner table and look at them in the eye while they're mad at you because you said no. It's better if you live in a different place and you have your own life, you have your own home. Be it a rental or something you build, it's better if you have your own place. Living with the family can cause a lot of headaches. And definitely don't be loaning money to start up a business. Even if they put your name in as a partner in the business, you own 40% of this business, you don't have controlling interest. And if they don't want to make that payment to you, they don't have to. And it is true. If somebody is owed a lot of money, the person who owes it to you, it's always in the back of their head. If he wasn't living here, if he was back in the States, or if he wasn't alive, I don't have to pay that debt. Don't be worth more dead than alive to anybody. Mind your own business. Keep your personal finances. Don't lead with your wallet no matter how good it makes you feel. Let everybody think it's a struggle for you to give them $100. It's a struggle for you to loan them $200. It's a struggle for you to pay their electric bill. Don't make it seem like it's the easiest thing in the world for you to do to pay somebody's bill or help somebody out. Make it a difficult task for them to come and ask you for money. Make sure you know how to say no. Maybe that's the biggest lesson to learn when you come to the Philippines. Learn to say no. Until next time, guys.